Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. My name is Dineo. If you've been supporting me, thank you for your continued support. If you haven't subscribed to Honey, what are you waiting for though? Please click on that subscribe button, like and share my video as well. Click on the notification bell so that you know when there's new content available for you to watch. Grab your makeup bag, come right along while I do a detailed beginner's makeup tutorial. Let's get right into it. So loves, today we're going to start from a skincare routine just before you do your makeup. What I did was I washed my face and applied my Foschini day cream, which is SPF 20 as well, and I applied sunscreen. Always use sunscreen. The primer that I'm using, it's an instant pore eraser baby skin primer from Maybelline, and depending on your skin type, you will then decide which primer works best for your skin. For example, if you have oily skin, you will then use like a matte primer. If you have combination skin, depending on where your skin experiences oils, then you'll apply the matte primer along those areas and use a normal or hydrating primer on the parts where you have normal skin. And if you have dry skin, then you will use a hydrating primer. And with the foundation, you want to choose a foundation that is close enough to your skin tone. What I'm using today is a Maybelline Activewear foundation. It's in shade 70 Cocoa, and to apply it, I'm going in with a flat angled brush. And I'm going to make sure that I distribute it evenly along my face. And with foundation, start with like a smaller amount. You can always build up as you blend. Don't first go in with a lot of foundation and you find that when you blend it, it doesn't look good, if I can put it like that. And just go in with your setting spray. If you want, you can totally skip this step. To blend in my foundation, I'm going to use a blend beauty blender. I meant a damp beauty blender, pardon me. Make sure you just dab. Don't go in forcefully, otherwise all the foundation will be absorbed by the sponge instead of going into your skin. And always make sure that your product is thoroughly blended into your skin. There are no harsh lines showing. Like, make sure the blend work is proper. And loves, foundation makes your face look flat, which is why we do all the skin highlighting and contouring. To highlight my face, I'm going in with an LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Fawn. I am going to apply it underneath, just on my cheek area, underneath my eyes, on my nose bridge, forehead, and on my chin a little bit along my mustache area. So one may ask, but Dineo, how do I select a concealer shade? So to select a concealer shade, you can get any concealer that is 432 shades lighter than you. So it can be 4 shades lighter than you, 3 shades lighter than you, or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, I mean. So that's how you choose a concealer. To blend in the concealer, I like using the sides and the tip of the blender, of the beauty blender. So when you're blending your concealer, you want to gently dab it. Do not forcefully go in, because your product will again be absorbed by the blender instead of absorbed by your skin. There's a quote I want to share. It says, "At my darkest, God is my light." And I want to link it with John 8:12, where Jesus Christ says, "I am the light of the world, and he who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." This scripture tells us that we will have the light only when we follow Jesus Christ. So, at your darkest, remember that he is the light of the world. To contour my face, I'm going in with an LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Mahogany. I'm going to apply it along my nose bridge, cheekbones, and the forehead area. To blend in the darker concealer, I like using a flat angled brush first before I go in with a damp beauty blender, but you can use any equipment that works best for you. And the reason why we contour is to bring in the shadow into your face. You know, with the foundation, it just leaves your face flat. So we bring in dimensions. The foundation leaves your face flat. The lighter concealer highlights your face, and the darker concealer just brings in the shadow so that we look prim and proper, honey. And with the contouring concealer as well, you go with the one that is 2 or 3 or 4 shades darker than your skin tone. To set the areas where I applied concealer, I'm going in with my signature loose powder. I meant the areas where I used the lighter concealer, so basically the areas where I highlighted. I'm using some of that loose powder just to do a reverse contour. To dust off any excess powder that might be on my face, I'm going in with a clean brush. To bronze my face, I'm using this contour palette from Foschini. The brand is called All Woman, and I'm going to use that mahogany tone that is on the palette. And I just want to encourage those who are currently in a storm. Exodus 14:14 says, God will fight for you. Seek him and seek him with all your heart. He will fight for you. The blush that I'm using today, it's a Passion Pro Blush Duo Palette. I'm going in with that color that I just showed you. And you want to bring in the blush from your cheekbone area, sort of going into your forehead. I literally blush, not my whole face, but I go in with my blush literally into my forehead and the nose bridge area as well. I just love blush. I love it. To remove the harsh lines from applying the blush, I'm going in with a beauty sponge that I dabbed into a loose translucent powder, the signature one, the one that I used a bit earlier, and some pizzazz into the nose area with the blush, honey. But I did not use any more product. It's the same one that was on the brush. For the brows, I'm going in with a brow gel. You can do your brows before you do your entire face or after doing your face, whichever one works for you. But for this video today, I am going to do my brows lastly, as you can see. And they say brows are not sisters, they're cousins. So you try and make them look as close as possible. But I never get them exactly identical. But yeah, as long as they work together, that's the objective. That's the objective we're going for. They need to sort of look like family. And remember that dream or vision that was planted in your heart, it was planted for a reason. I don't know who is this for, but it was planted for a reason. Thoma le gono o jwale ditamati. Start today and work towards achieving that dream. To clean up the lower area of my brows, I'm going in with that LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Fawn. But for the inner and the outer corners of my brows, I'm going to use a foundation that is similar to my skin tone, and the upper area as well. I'm going to use a foundation. And to blend in the product, I'm using a fluffy brush. It doesn't matter how small the dream or the vision is, start working towards achieving it. You'll never know what will happen on your journey. Just keep on praying about it and trusting in God, be deeply rooted in Him throughout the journey of you walking into your purpose or your dream. You will end up being like a plant that is planted by the river. You will prosper into that purpose. And you will bear fruits in abundance, and there'll be people on the way that you will carry through. To retouch my nose contour, I'm going in with a bronzer that I used on my cheeks a bit earlier, the one that I said it's from Foschini, their in-house brand. And with that bronzer as well, I'm gonna go in to sort of create an illusion on my eyelids, like use it sort of like an eyeshadow, but I'm not really going for an eyeshadow look today. This is like a basic look, but we still want to look like we have something on our eyelids, so that's what I'm doing right now. And to bring in more detail, I'm going in with that brush that I used a bit earlier to blend in the concealer. To bring in some glow, honey, I'm going in with my signature Natural Beauty Contour Palette. I'm going to apply a bit of that glow around the nose bridge, the forehead area, and my cheekbone area. Yes. Well, the chin as well. Don't forget that. The mascara that I'm using today, it's a Maybelline Greatlash mascara. And with the look we're going for today, you can actually just apply mascara and go about your day. But as for me, I applied my falsies off camera. I'm now going into my lower lashes just to bring in some detail, since I will not be using any eyeliner. But if you feel like using eyeliner, sure, go for it. Don't we all sort of, or not all of us, but make that funny face when we apply mascara? I always look at myself, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Don't you guys do it? Let me know in the comment section if you do it as well. I do it all the time. For my lips today, I'm going for a glossy brown lip situation. So I'm now applying a brown liner. It's a dark brown liner, and on top just using my Dischem lip care. So it's basically a glossy lip care. Lastly, I'm going in with my fixing spray, and yes, honey. And now we've come to the end of our video tutorial. I hope that the steps were easy to follow. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As well, I will be stating the items for you guys that I've used in the description box. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share my video as well. Click on the notification bell so that you know when there's new content available for you to watch. Till we meet again on my next video. Bye!